Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Today we're going to be talking about this post that the Sims teams made. It is basically a roadmap, but it mostly details the plans for the franchise as a whole over the next coming months. So this isn't specific to The Sims 4. A lot of people have been referring to this post as a roadmap for a roadmap, which is kind of funny a little bit. But basically we're just going to talk about this as a whole. So for what we can see, the Sims team has planned out 6 events, I guess you can call it, or 6 kind of noted happenings that is going to go on in the Sims franchise. The first one takes place on the 30th of May. It says The Sims live stream. So instead of saying The Sims live stream, there's an extra E. I don't know if they were just doing this to sound cool or if there's something very specific about this. I know that an update recently came out and there is a new event going on at the moment, so it's possible that's what the Sims live stream is going to be showing off. I don't really know what it is, but there's going to be a Sims live stream on the 30th. Next up, on the 5th of June, it says The Sims 4 June August roadmap. So this is going to be another roadmap released, it seems, that is going to specifically detail stuff for The Sims 4. Now, I think The Sims 4 has a few announcements. I'm pretty sure there is a new DLC that's coming out pretty soon. Rumor has it it's going to come out in July, so that might be detailed, but we'll probably find out more about that when the other roadmap is being released. To me, it's really funny that they put a spot to say this is the date the other roadmap is going to be released, because it kind of feels like when you write a to-do list and one of the things on your to-do list is to write a better to-do list. That's kind of what vibes it's giving to me right now, but I'm assuming the reason why they put it in is because none of the other things directly relate to The Sims 4, and so they probably just wanted it to be noted that yes, they are working on The Sims 4, they will come out with more details, this just isn't the post to do it. So that's what I'm assuming their intentions were. Next up, on the 10th of June, we have The Sims Free Play, Make a Splash. I don't really play The Sims Free Play, so I am not very interested in whatever update this will be, but apparently something is coming to The Sims Free Play, so if that's a game you're interested in, I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of summer event. It's very strange. I just want to put it out there. I'm in South Africa and we're going through winter. I'm wearing like 2 hoodies right now. It is extremely cold, so it's very weird always seeing adverts for summertime and pool parties. Meanwhile, if I were to jump in a pool right now, I would literally freeze to death. So it's very weird for me to think about this, but then again, other side of the world, I completely get it. Now, sometime in June, there's going to be a Sims Shop Summer Drop, which I'm assuming just has to do with their merch. They will probably just be updating their merch, maybe releasing some more stuff. I don't really know. I've never really been interested in merch, but I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. So if you're interested, sometime in June they're going to update their merch stores. I'm sure they'll make another post about that if that is what this is in relation to. On the 22nd of July, the Sims Free Play seems to be getting another update or another event called Get Out of Town. Again, I don't really play free play, so I don't know what to expect with this, but if it's a game you enjoy, then you guys are getting a lot of content apparently in the next upcoming months. Now, the last thing listed for this post is something that really surprised me, and that is sometime in July there's going to be a Sims board game. So I'm assuming this is the release date of the Sims board game. I was very surprised to hear about this. I started Googling my little heart out because I have never even heard of a Sims board game being in the making, and now all of a sudden it seems like they're about to release it in a few months. So out of curiosity, I tried to look into what this board game could be, if there was any graphics out there, any explanation about this board game, and I came across this Reddit post by Hasten, and I really hope I'm saying their username right. I am so bad when it comes to usernames, so forgive me for that. So I came across this person's Reddit post and they posted this 5 months ago. It says The Sims physical board game is coming in 2025 from Goliath Games. So this is the graphic that they posted on the Reddit. It's basically a photo of the original Sims 4 artwork, which is very surprising to me considering they have an updated artwork. I'm surprised that they're using the old one, but anyway, it's basically just the board game. The box itself, the artwork looks really bland to me and quite boring to me, but I don't know, I guess it's just so that it really catches your eye and you know what it's about. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the artwork just because it's like the old artwork for The Sims 4. Celebrating 25 years of online gaming in 2025, introducing consumer products for the first time, including the highly anticipated Sims board game. I don't know who out there was just desperately hoping and praying that a Sims 4 board game would be released. I haven't found them anywhere. I haven't found any posts by this person. So if you guys can find this person, please let me know. I would love to ask them questions as to why they wanted this board game, because it seems very strange and out of the blue to release. I don't know, I didn't ask for a board game and I haven't seen anyone else ask for a board game, so whoever was the person highly anticipating this board game, you guys got your wish, so congratulations. Online game boasts over 13 million monthly active users and 23 million active social followers. Huge marketing push in 2025 for their 25th anniversary with new content, collaborating with top community creators, events, merch and more. So I do want to note that it sounds like some of these talking points and also just the picture in general, it seems as though this isn't supposed to be advertising for the game. This doesn't seem like it's supposed to be for the consumer. It's probably for the businesses who are going to buy and distribute this game, because I don't know any consumer who would be interested in the amount of users and followers that The Sims 4 have, or anything to do with the marketing. So I do want to put that out there. I'm pretty sure this post isn't meant for the consumers. It also seems like this post was either made without permission or it was somewhat of a leak, I think is the best way to describe it. So this isn't what the Sims team is advertising, this is just what you can find on Reddit. Immerse yourself in the Sims universe, create your character, build relationships, meet iconic Sims, and complete your aspirations. That kind of tells you a little bit about what the board game will be. Features unique components fans will love, like plumb bob shaped dice and need slider. So you can kind of see a little bit from the picture over here. My eyesight isn't the best, but you can see that you've got the needs, and like they said, there's probably a slider. I guess what will happen is that you will have random cards with different events that will happen, is what I'm assuming, and that can either lead you closer to your aspiration or further away. I don't actually know how this is going to work, but in the picture you can see Bonehilda, you can see Bob Pancakes, and you can see Bela Goth, and also the board itself looks like a cutout from Willow Creek, a very, very sad cutout of Willow Creek. This game is for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and above. This is the whole Reddit post. They basically just posted the photo of what it looks like the board game will be. I don't know how this is going to go. I think there are obviously some people that are going to buy the board game and give it a try, but it's very difficult, I think, to have a game similar to The Sims become a board game without making it like something that already exists. Because when you play The Sims on PC, on console, on whatever platform you play it on, it basically gives you the freedom to do whatever you want, right? You can create your character, you can create the drama, you can fulfill the aspirations, or you can drown them in a pool. It really has just all of the elements for you to be as creative as possible. But in a board game, there are certain limitations. Unless the board game comes with like Barbie dolls and you can act out what you want to do, it's not going to be the exact same as The Sims. Even if there are cards, like for example with Monopoly you have chance cards and stuff, even like that, it's still very limited, because yes, you can probably play through this board game a few times and it will feel unique, but after a while, once you kind of know what cards they are, it kind of means that all of your Sims are going to be funneled into a similar way. I don't know, that's just kind of how I feel like with a board game. A board game is pretty much always the same thing, but it needs replayability. Not like, I think the beauty about a board game is that even though it's the exact same thing that you're playing over again, there is replayability. So sometimes you can get different options, mix and match, but it will never be to the exact same content as something like The Sims, where everything is kind of unique and can follow your own storyline. I don't know how this board game is going to go. I'm very interested to hear about people who actually buy this game, but I don't really think this would be that fun. Personally, it also says create your own custom character. How are you supposed to do that? It looks like the character cards are literally pre-made cards. So what, is there just going to be like the model outline of a sim not existing and say this is your character? Like, no, you can't do custom hairstyles, you can't do custom outfits. I don't see a system like that, so I don't understand how it's create your own character unless you have a character card that is Bella Goth and you just rename them. I don't really fully understand what their plans are. I think the best thing to compare this to is the Game of Life, and you'll see that a lot in the comments as well that I'm going to read, people comparing this to the Game of Life, although the Game of Life to me feels very different. It's a game that was really well done, and if this Sims game takes on many elements similar to the Game of Life, it's gonna feel a bit weird. So down in the comments we have the first comment with 510 likes that say highly anticipated lol. They are milking this cow to death. OMG. If anyone wants to play an exciting life simulator board game, it already exists. It's called The Pursuit of Happiness, and do get the big box edition. Okay, I've never heard of The Pursuit of Happiness, but this person apparently prefers that game. There's also the Game of Life, which is what I was talking about. Wouldn't this essentially be the Game of Life, which has been around for ages, called sold separately? This comment kills me. That feels like something EA would do. It's like, here's the board game, but the cards are sold separately. This is how they're going to celebrate the 25th anniversary. Meh. Looks like the underwhelming Animal Crossing Monopoly game. How do I politely ask who the F wanted this? Looks as shitty and as depressing as The Sims 4 is, featuring unique components fans will love, like checks notes need slide. I literally never heard once someone who wanted a Sims board game. That is so true. Yeah, there are just several comments like that. I haven't really seen a comment that says like, this is exactly what I wanted. I've been dreaming about this for 15 years. A lot of comments are just kind of like, okay, congratulations. It's very interesting, and like I said, this post was made 5 months ago. I think all of the comments I read were also made 5 months ago, so there's nothing recent that came out. I'm sure when it gets closer to the time they'll advertise it more, but it's so interesting. I don't know how many people actually wanted this. Hopefully once the board game is released, there'll be some reviews on it and I can have a look at it and we can see exactly what it's like. Maybe it's going to be a really good game. I don't know. I really don't know, but we'll figure that out in July when the board game is either released or announced. Right, so that is basically a rundown of the Simul Summer post that The Sims made and kind of their plans for the future of the franchise. Like I said, on the 5th of June, they are going to release another roadmap that looks like it's going to specifically detail The Sims 4. So probably on the 5th of June, I will be back to discuss the next roadmap and kind of talk about that. Overall, I'm not really that interested on anything from this post. I'm interested to see people's opinions once the board game is released. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!